Mercury is a planet of extremes. Since it has no atmosphere to trap heat, it experiences some of the most dramatic temperature shifts in the solar system. Step into the sunlight, and you're roasted at 800 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to melt lead. Move into the darkness, and you freeze at negative 330 degrees Fahrenheit, colder than liquid nitrogen. Your body would go through thermal shock, meaning your tissues would be damaged by both the extreme heat and the sudden freezing. To make things worse, without atmospheric pressure, your blood would start to boil and your lungs would rupture within seconds. Welcome to Venus, our solar system's ultimate death trap. The air is 96% carbon dioxide, with clouds made of sulfuric acid. The moment you step onto the surface, you're met with a scorching 900 degrees Fahrenheit, hotter than the surface of Mercury and capable of melting lead in seconds. But that's not all. The atmospheric pressure is 92 times stronger than Earth's, meaning your body would be crushed instantly, like a submarine at the bottom of the ocean. If somehow you could survive all that, the acid rain would eat away at your flesh. Congratulations, you've just experienced one of the most horrifying deaths possible in our solar system. Mars might seem friendly compared to Venus, but don't be fooled. There's barely any oxygen, just 0.1% of Earth's levels, so you'd pass out in seconds from asphyxiation. The planet is also extremely cold, with an average temperature of negative 80 degrees Fahrenheit. If the thin atmosphere doesn't kill you first, the brutal cold will. But here's the real kicker. Because of the low atmospheric pressure, your saliva and tears would start to boil, your blood vessels would expand, and your body would experience severe decompression. It would be like dying in space, just slightly slower. Jupiter has no solid ground, so if you tried to land, you'd just fall, and fall, and fall. At first, you'd experience hurricane-force winds over 400 miles per hour, battering you from all sides. As you descend deeper, the atmospheric pressure increases rapidly, squeezing your body until your bones crack. Eventually, the pressure would be so immense that even metal would collapse under the weight. If somehow you survived that, you'd be vaporized before reaching Jupiter's mysterious, metallic hydrogen core. Saturn may look peaceful from a distance, but it's actually a death sentence. Much like Jupiter, Saturn has no solid surface, meaning you'd fall indefinitely into its atmosphere. The winds here can reach up to 1,100 miles per hour, faster than the strongest tornadoes on Earth. If you somehow avoided being torn apart by the storms, the increasing pressure would eventually crush you. But let's be honest, you wouldn't make it that far. Uranus is a frozen nightmare. With an average temperature of negative 350 degrees Fahrenheit, you'd freeze solid almost instantly. But that's not even the worst part. Uranus also has winds reaching 560 miles per hour or 900 kilometers per hour, fast enough to toss your frozen corpse into the sky like a rag doll. On top of that, the atmosphere is mostly made of methane, so if you somehow had an oxygen supply, you'd still suffocate. A quiet, lonely death. Neptune is like Uranus, but worse. The temperatures here drop to a bone-chilling negative 400 degrees Fahrenheit. But what makes Neptune truly terrifying is its storms. The fastest winds in the solar system, 1,200 miles per hour, would rip you apart long before the cold sets in. If that weren't enough, Neptune's gravity would pull you deeper into its crushing atmosphere, where you'd be torn into atoms. Not a fun way to go. So, what did we learn? Every planet will kill you, except Earth. Maybe it's best to stay home and enjoy our lovely atmosphere while we still can.